Well, hello everyone. This is CGTN's live streaming, and you are looking at this. It's a it's a testing it's a testing event that was happening in Shijiazhuang City, and we're now in downtown area of Shijiazhuang. And what you are seeing that these people are from this local shopping mall and office. And yesterday, this place was marked as a medium risk level. So because one resident was found confirmed to have infected with the coronavirus. The people is now in quarantine, and but he has visited this shopping mall, works in one of these buildings and visited the office in January 1st. So so these people are residents of this shopping mall. This is one of the biggest shopping mall in the city. Also, it has four office buildings. What you're seeing now is that people are lining up, waiting to get in this underground parking garage, because it is winter now and very cold and freezing. So they have set up this testing place in this garage. And we will learn that there are four people from local hospital visit here today, and they've set up place to collect nucleic acid samples from people living here and working here. And there are over 300 people currently in this building, because it is now a medium level risk area. So they're not allowed to leave this area, and now they come out from this building and now lining up here. If they can either provide a ID card or scan the QR code with their phone to register and then go inside. Yeah, this is the beginning of a second round of a massive nucleic acid test that was planned to start today, but it was postponed. So now, I think this is the beginning of a second round of a massive nucleic acid test currently happening in Shijiazhuang City, and people living in the medium risk level area are among the first group of receiving the test. What you are seeing wearing the protective suit and scanning the temperatures are the securities of this building, and people now coming in are residences in this neighborhood. This is a special neighborhood because this is the biggest shopping mall in the city, and there are three parts, mainly three parts of three groups of people. One is the operating staff, and the other part is business offices who work in this place. And also there another group is who lives in hotels and lives in departments. It has four buildings, and along with the biggest shopping mall, local shopping mall. The shopping mall was closed last Wednesday, but there was a confirmed case of COVID-19 which was found yesterday. But this person was quarantined days ago, only found to be infected with the coronavirus yesterday. So this place was marked as a medium level risk area. This is why we are wearing this protective suit. Even though the risk of getting virus here is quite low, because people now, you see, standing in open area, and they're only allowed to come in one by one. Yeah, lining up here to get down to this parking garage underground to get a test. I'm not sure whether we will have a a good connection as we go down there, but we will try. We will show you what kind of test that they are receiving and what kind of experience that they will have. Well, first of all, I will ask my cameraman to follow these long line, leading us to the underground parking lot. People have used this place as a temporary place for doctors to set up place to collect samples from these people. And residents here have already received the first round of nucleic acid test, and so far they haven't, no positive cases was found. But the city has decided to start a second round. We got information that the city will start a massive test yesterday, beginning from today, but it was postponed. And then we found out that people living in medium level risk areas are among the first group to receive this test. And so now, we are going down to this parking garage. You can see now there are more people waiting in line here. And people wearing protective shoes to the right side are the security guards of this complex. And ever since this place was has raised the risk level, they have been staying here along with the residents. Now they are the first group of people who received the test, and after they're done, they come out and help to maintain the order. And according to the city authority, there are over 11 million people in Shijiazhuang City, and very soon, in every community, it will be like this. People lining up here, waiting to be tested, collect sample. So now we're going in. So we're on the way that people walking out. So let's talk to one of them. 您好，打扰一下啊，那个我们基电视台的，想问一下，就是您是从什么时候知道咱们是这个中风险的呀？
昨天知道的。
昨天知道的。你在这儿这个已经待了几天了？
待了这从隔离开始到现在5天了吧？5
天了是吧？那个你们是在这儿办公的还是？
酒店住这儿的。
住在酒店的。你是从哪儿来的呀？
就是本地的。
本地的，住在酒店。你是碰巧在这儿吗？还是就是常住在这儿？
常住在这儿。
常住在这儿的。怎么样？你们在酒店的现在的这个吃住的这个环境？
住还行。吃饭就是吃的有点少。
少是这个酒店会提供食物是吗？
不是，就是叫不着超市外卖。
叫不着超市外卖。
就别的还行。
别的还行。那个其他的呢？就是你们知道这个有了中风险之后，大家心里面感受有没有慌啊？有一点。
其实也不慌，大家全都在每个人的屋，管的都挺好的嘛，这样。
挺好的，是吧？你现在的工作是有工作吗？还是在？
我就是酒店上班。
酒店上班的。现在这个已经都封闭了，也出不去了。
对。
这个测试的话，上次的结果出来了。
没有。
没有呢。这次是。你需要我看有扫码就可以这个去注册是吧？用身份证就可以。
就是用身份证。
身份证就可以。行，好吧，谢谢啊，谢谢。再见。Well, she works in a hotel in this place, and she's been here for 5 days. Well, I asked her whether the living condition. Hello, 怎么啦？喂，是有什么问题吗？Okay. Well, she lives in the hotel and works here, and she's been here in quarantine for 5 days, and she learned that this place has been raised to medium-level risk area yesterday, and she told me that, well, the living condition is quite good because she works in the hotel, but the food is not so good because she can't buy. She can't go to supermarkets. She can't order fast delivery food. So I guess she likes it. But she said that she haven't got the the result of the first round of the nucleic acid test. But according to most people I talk to, if they don't call you, then you're fine. So because there's a large amount of test samples, and people don't have the luxury to, and the uploading those information is quite difficult. So now we have to get out of this route because people are walking. This is where people are walking out of this garage. So we need to leave this place. And now we're getting close to where the doctors are, and they have adopted some quite creative methods of testing these samples because there are so many people, and they need to finish it in 3 days, finish the test in 3 days. So they have adopted some creative way, mixing the samples from 10 people together, and then test it. If it turns positive, then they will test these 10 people again, and again for 4 times. Then they may get the results. And if it is negative, then it would be easy and quite effective to rule out those most of unaffected people. So what you're seeing now is that people from this community is receiving test. Well, this is certainly not a comfortable experience, and me myself have received it at least 6 or 7 times this year, but it will still be not a good experience. And so what you're seeing is CGTN's live streaming, and we are now in a underground parking garage of the biggest shopping mall and office in the city. And this place was marked as one of the medium risk level area because one of its residents, actually one works in an office in the building. In one of their office was found with COVID-19 yesterday, but he was quarantined days ago, only found confirmed yesterday. And here we have a doctor from the local hospital, and I'll let her to tell us more about the methods and also the operation they're doing here. What you're seeing, the red test tube, is the sample they collect. You can see that they collect 5 samples, and they will put the samples of 5 people into one test tube. Well, this will greatly, like I said, the first round is one every 10 people to 1. But now, because this is a risk high, this is the medium risk level area, so they're using they're mixing 5 people into 1 to raise the accuracy while keeps the efficiency. Well, they're not allowing people too many people in one place. So this is a place where they're asking people to keep social distance, at least 1 meter distance with each other. We can see that many of them works in hotels, and are very young. They're very young. You can imagine that if one of them if one of them were, carrying the virus, then the biggest risk, the doctors will have a huge risk. You can see that someone was coughing, and because of the test, the others made sneezing, but for doctors, they had to face it. They have to live with it that some of these people, maybe one, maybe there's more, or maybe none, are the carrier of the virus. You can see that they are wearing fully geared with protective suits. What that will certainly give them good protection, but you can never be sure, 100% sure. So this is the risk that they have to live with, and this is the risk that they're willing to take, because it is quite important for someone to do this job at this time. And they're standing here for the rest of the day. They will stand here for the rest of the day. You see, there are three people. One is picking up the test tube and marks it. And then the second one in the middle, his name is Wang Hao. Wang Hao. His job is to check the ID and also scan photo it. Take a photo with take a photo of the ID along with the test tube. And then the third people, his job is to collect the sample. They're very young. Well, you can see that people living here is very young, partly because it is an office building. It is a shopping mall, and most of these people are staff from hotels, staff from the shopping mall who lives in this area. All right, now we have a doctor here. We would like to ask her about their jobs here today. 我采访一个咱们刚才的大夫郭端，我再问你两个问题，好吧？好嘞，那个就是您再跟我说一下，就是咱们今天的这个采集的方式是用什么样的方式？
咱们采集的方式是1管5个人的方式来进行筛选的。我们今天采集量大概是400人左右然后由于是以 APP 的这种扫身份证的形式，然后5个人为一组，然后进行的这种，因为这是刚用的这种这个叫电子的这个。然后这样的话说，因为我们怕是在它使用的 APP 过程，因为首次用嘛，在使用的这个过程当中会出现什么问题，耽误了这种进度之后，由我们科信息科的同事也一直在这儿给我们维护这个系统。截止目前来看，我们这个 APP 的使用还是相当不错的。
还是不错的
对。
您能跟我们展示一下 APP 吗？我们拿一个展示一下。They have adopted a way to use mobile phone apps to register. 你可以去拿一个，我们在这等你。To register 就是那个 APP 怎么用？Okay, this is the phone app that they adopt this time to register the name and ID of all the residents. It's more efficient for doctors and also for those people to check the results of the test. So you need to use this app to scan the ID first. This is Dr. Guo Duan, and she's from a local hospital in Hebei, in Shijiazhuang City. Okay, first you need to log in the place where you receive the test. Wearing a glove is not easy to operate this. 没事，慢慢来，不着急。This is 这是那个检测地点是吧？对，这是用户可以下载的吗？还是我们医生用的？
这是我们医生用的，然后用的 APP， 然后来进行这个扫码采集嘛，然后扫他的身份证、有效证件。
采集。
对，我随便先给您点一个吧。
Well, this is doctor. This app is for doctor to use, and they have because this is the first time they use this app, so they have brought a technical support. This is the guy and standing beside her is the technical support they brought and helping them to address any problems in case they face it. Well, first you need to find the location where you receive the test, and then you can scan.
我们标本箱就是这个盒子，然后箱子上面有一个码，我们扫描了这个码之后，因为那码现在已经开扫了，扫了之后，它会显示出来里边的这几个管，然后都是这一个码。对，然后那个每个管上我们还有单独的这种条码，然后每个管要贴这么一个条码，这一个条码的样本量是5个人。对，每5个人一个管，然后对，到下一个再贴管，然后这就是我们另外一个同事王浩，然后再进行使用这个仪器再扫码。
Okay. So they will use this app to scan the code that was pasted on this outside of the box, the sample box, and then every test tube will hold the samples of 5 people, and they will also use the app scan the ID and also scan the number of the on the outside of test tube to register to match those information. It helps doctors to identify and trace all these samples. 那咱们这个就是这个 APP 主要是为了追踪这个样本，是吧？
这个我们信息科的同事。
This is the technical support they brought here today. 你好，你叫什么名字？
我叫于超。
于超 ，His name is 于超。
这个 APP 主要是为了第一个是人员信息的记录，记录完之后，如果说是可以执行有异常的可以进行追溯。如果说是比如说这一个管有问题，我们会上面有一个试管码，凭试管码查出这5个人都是这个管里头的样本都是谁，然后再根据相关的这个人员信息来进行这个追溯。
OK， 好嘞，谢谢啊。Well, the apps is mainly for tracing the test tubes and also the people who have put their samples inside this test tube. So it is a more efficient way to trace it, because I've seen that the first round of massive tests in the city, people need to write it down. If you have following CGTN, you will know that I paid a visit to the local hospital. It's called the #1 hospital of Hebei Medical University, and there's a national laboratory of testing, and I've seen doctors writing down every serial codes of each test tube. That's a huge amount of work, and it took just several hours for all these documents to piling up on a desk. Just a few hours, this thick of documents, and they're just checking and recheck again. It took a lot of effort to register because there's 11 million people. Even every 10 people have one test tube, there will be over 1 million test tube, and each one has a serial code, and the code are writing down. This took a lot of effort. So this time, they have developed these apps to register it. Well, it's the more efficient way. If everyone could use it, it will greatly reduce the effort that doctors will do, especially making them focus on their main job. So, yeah, this is the solution that people found in a few days' time. Well, yeah. So I have to say that developing an app is not easy, but takes just a few days' time. Okay. You see, they're following certain procedures. Once you touched, yeah. In between every sample they collect, they will clean their hand. Yeah, open the test tube again. Okay. Yeah, this is what you're seeing now. You're watching CGTN's live streaming, and yes, this is what you're seeing now. People are receiving nucleic acid test in an underground garage under one of the biggest shopping mall in Shijiazhuang City. And yesterday, a patient was found with confirmed COVID-19 in this place. So this place was marked as a medium level risk area starting from yesterday. And today is the beginning. This is the beginning of the second round of massive nucleic acid test that will be carried out by medical staff across the city. And what you're seeing now is one of the first places in the city, one of the first groups of people, especially they're quarantined inside a medium risk level area because there was one confirmed COVID-19 cases. And now you've seen it, and it's time for us to heading out of this place. The test will go on for some time because there are over 300 people, and they're lining up. Why they pick a garage, underground garage, because it's really cold and freezing outside, and people. It's not an easy thing for people to stay outside in this freezing weather. So they pick this place, and so that the doctors need to work here for at least a half a day. And you can see all these people, they're not wearing very thick clothes, as many are living in hotels. Others may other workers of local staff, and they are waiting here to receive the test. And there are even children here. Okay. 您好，打扰一下，我看您是带着孩子来的是吗？啊，您是住这边的吗？住这边的。啊，家是在这儿是吧？
啊，对。
啊，那这几天在这儿生活的怎么样啊？有没有遇到什么问题啊？
还凑合吧，反正不像居家那么可能方便一点啊。
您是住酒店还是居民楼啊？
就是公寓。
公寓是吧？
对。
哦，那个咱们平时现在是因为是中风险了，是出不去了。啊。
对，应该是吧。
这个菜啊，包括供应啊，这些怎么？
没有菜，就吃点方便食品，先对付着。
啊，是吗？啊，好吧，这个中风险的话是外边也送不进来，是吗？
门口那会儿超市可以提供一些方便的食品啊。菜我这没有，这块没有煤气，做不了饭。
做不了饭。
对。
那个酒店他会提供吗？就公寓这边会提供一些吃的吗？
没有。
对，没有。啊。还挺困难的，真的。
还行。
将就一下了。
啊，行，没事。
好嘞，好嘞，谢谢。Well, he lives here, apparently with his family, and he told me that there's not many fruit they could get because they live in apartments. They live in departments and they have no means of cooking here. So, yeah, but he's fine. He looks quite optimistic. And, he said, well, I can go by. Yeah, I quote him. He said, I can go by. We can go by. So this is a difficult time I think, for most people in this city. But I think people are aware why we're doing this, because we need to cut the spread of virus. If we don't, then it may endanger more people, more places And this is unacceptable because we've done a lot to contain this virus, and especially we've been doing this for the rest of a year, and this isn't the end. Well, far from victory, but you can see that people are working here to maintain order, and people are following orders, following instructions to go in. Yeah. So now we're out of this garage, and so yeah, this is what you've seen, the second round, the beginning of the second round of the nucleic acid test going on in the city, and this is what we have found here in this underground garage of a shopping mall. And I think that will be all for today's live streaming. Thanks for watching CGTN, and thanks for following us. That will be all. Thank you. Bye-bye.